about up ahead, turning left. Make sure we look over our shoulder before changing our wheel track positions. So we don't want to rely on just checking our mirrors, and we just want to exaggerate that shoulder check. Turning left at the roundabout. Head checks, there we go. Looking at the road, where should we have been? So stay where you are for now, it's perfectly fine because you've got nothing but fence line on your left now. But when you've got all parked cars and driveways and side streets and stuff on the left, best to move to your right, okay? Going to take the next left-hand turn. Now remember, when you've got a bike lane here that you're crossing over, just got to shoulder check the bike lane before turning, okay? Shoulder checking now, so then we can just concentrate on the turn. A cyclist can't overtake you, but another motorbike definitely can. And then turning left again. Just after the parked car, we're pulling over on the side of the road. Just around here. Cool. Now, just sometimes, you might get a particular assessor in Midland. And he sometimes brings you out onto a road where you got to do a U-turns, the Figaro's on a hill. Okay? It is very rare. I've only had a handful of people have to do it, but I just like to make sure people are aware on how to do it, okay? So when we're doing these Figaro's on the hill, instead of using our clutch to control our speed, we're actually using the rear brake to control our speed. So as you're going up the hill, you're pretty much using almost no rear brake. But then when you're coming back down the hill, you're using a lot more rear brake to try and keep that speed under control. Okay, you're still riding the friction point of that clutch to keep the bike moving forward, and you're still keeping your revs up somewhat. But yeah, use your rear brake more to control your speed. Okay? Alright, we'll see how we go. So just anywhere around here. So going up the hill, pretty much no rear brake. And then coming down the hill, definitely getting on that rear brake a bit more. Hand off the front brake. Revs up. And then off the brake a little to help the bike get up the hill easier. There we go. You can see what I mean, yeah? But keep those revs up still. Alright, two more turns and then we're going to pull over. Last turn, then pulling over. Remember, when we pull over, indicating to our left and checking our spacing from the curb. Perfect. Good work. How'd you find those?
Yeah, a little tricky, but not too bad.
Yeah. The hill there is another hill that they can put you on that's a bit steeper and a bit tighter. But yeah, this is just to give you a taste on how to do it. So.
Working out the clutch and the revs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, never use your front brake when you're doing these Figaros, okay? Because it's harder for you to control your revs then. Okay, so yeah, always keep your hand fully on the throttle, not on the front brake. Alright, so what we're going to do now, park up the bike as if we're going to the shops. Remember this sequence, or have we done this sequence? I can't remember.
No, I don't remember.
Okay, so sometimes you get put on a hill and you're told to park the bike up on the side of the road. So you've pulled over now. First things first, indicator off. Now it's key off, clutch out. Cool. Now we can take our foot and our hand off the brake because the bike's in gear. It's not going to roll anywhere. And put the side stand down. There we go. Then we want to jump off the bike. Standing on the road, we want to lock the handlebars, remove the key, and give the bars a wiggle to show that they're locked. So put the key in the put the key back in the ignition, and then you push it in turn the bars all the way to the left, push the key in slightly, turn it anti-clockwise to the lock position. If it doesn't want to move, wiggle the bars as you're turning the key. There we go. Then you remove the key, then give the bars a wiggle to show that they're locked. Cool. Then you can step back onto the curb if you wanted to. So with this sequence, key and clutch, always together, okay? You're either getting on one or the other. So that's either when you're shutting the bike down or starting it up. You're not touching anything else but those two things when you get into that part of the sequence. In the middle of the sequence is the side stand and the rear brake. So you're either getting on or off one of those two things in the middle of the sequence. And then once you're off the